Hey guys, what's up? It's Janae with Yoga Eat Run, and today I'm going to answer a question from my friend Marcy. She left a little question on my blog, and she said, "What are some home workouts that I can do, or what are some workouts that I can do at home during the winter time?" So I know that the winter time's kind of like the sticky time of the year where you don't really want to go outside. You don't want to probably drive to the gym, especially if it's snowing or raining or you just don't feel like getting out. And sometimes that can, put a little bit of hindrance on whether or not you do your workout. It can kind of hold you back. So instead, I'm going to give you guys a little bit of advice on some home workouts you can do, what kind of things you might need. And also, I made a little workout for you guys that I'm going to just walk you through just in case you guys, don't know where to start and you need a little something, a little push, or at least get something to get your body moving. So the first piece of advice I have, and I've said this many other times in my other videos, so you probably already know, but if you have an iPhone or an iPod, a touchscreen iPod, you can download the Nike Training Club app, which has a bunch of really awesome workouts, and it walks you through the workout. The app does, and it coaches you kind of like a little bit like you have a personal trainer right there. So you don't even have to think about it. You just have to start the app and go. And it's a really awesome way to do a workout anywhere, and you don't need equipment or anything. Some of the workouts you can have equipment for them, but you don't need any necessarily. So that's the first piece of advice. If you don't have an iPhone or a an iPod, I was going to say iPad. If you don't have one, I would suggest getting one of these. Now, mine has a scratch across. I don't know where that came from. It's not really a scratch. It's like a marker or something. Anyway, sorry. This is an interval timer, and I got this from gymboss.com. Can you see gymboss.com? And it's about $25. It's a little tiny thing, and it's very useful. It has this little clip so you can like clip it on your shirt or anything. But basically, this is an interval timer and a stopwatch. And if you don't know what an interval timer is, it's basically a toy, or not a toy, but a gadget where you can set up how many minutes you want to do an interval. So for instance, on this, I can program it to, to time me for 2 minutes, and then it'll beep, and then it'll time me for 1 minute. So that hypothetically, I could work out for 2 minutes and then take a 1 minute rest. But this thing is constantly guiding me through with the little beeps. And you can set it for rounds. So like if I only wanted to do 5 rounds of that, 2 minutes of exercise and 1 minute rest, I could set it for 5 rounds, and it would go through 5 rounds. And so like I said, for the first 2 minutes, it would it would beep to let you know that it starts. And then it just goes for 2 minutes, it tracks the time, and then when the 2 minutes are up, it beeps again, and then it starts the 1 minute interval. So it sounds complicated, but it really isn't. It's basically just a way for you to create your own workout at home. So, and some of the best workouts that you can do at home involve body weight workouts, simple things like push-ups, squats, lunges, jumping jacks, jump rope, things like that, where it doesn't require, equipment or any sort of special trainer to tell you what to do. It's just pretty much simple things that that you can do with your own body anywhere. And with any amount of space. I mean, you can have a tiny little room and you can still do the workout. So I would suggest going out and buying one of these. This is a really useful tool. You can also find workouts that use this at bodyrock.com, or sorry, bodyrock.tv. And the people on there that do the workouts, they're kind of intense, so you can definitely tone them down. I've had to tone them down in the past to make them more of a beginner's workout, but they do use the interval timer, and if you, like I said, if you go to gymboss.com, it'll show you how to use it, and if you have any questions about how to use it, I can definitely make another video showing you guys It's really simple. It's got just 2 buttons on the top and then 1 button on the side, and you can program everything from just those buttons. And of course it comes with a little manual that teaches you how to use it, and it's really simple. Nothing too complicated. It sounds scary, but it's not. So the next thing I would suggest to do, there's one piece of equipment that I do enjoy, and that is a jump rope. I love jump ropes because they're easy, they're simple, everyone can do it, and you probably jump ropes when you were a kid, so it's nothing too scary. I know I'm 5'2", and so I had a hard time looking for a jump rope that was actually my size, that was really good for me. They were always either too big. They wouldn't go any smaller. And I don't really know what size this is because I got it in France, but this one is like my perfect size. It's really weird. But so invest in a jump rope. I would do that. So now I put together a little beginner's workout that you can do. You can do it with the timer, so you can order this and do this workout that I'm going to give you with a timer, or you can just do it without a timer. Regardless, you're going to need to know when the minute is up, because basically I've put together 10 exercises that you're going to do for 1 minute each. So, for instance, jumping jacks for 1 minute, chair squats for 1 minute, and it's just little 1 minute intervals, and then you take 1 minute rest at the end of 5. So I'm going to show you this workout. I'm also going to post the workout below on my blog, yogaeatrun.com. So you can just read it and check it out and see how you like it. Like I said, this is a beginner's workout, so I'm going to, modify some of the exercises so that if whoever's watching this video, if you're at a higher level of working out, if you're stronger than some of these exercises, then you can easily make them harder for yourself. So here's how it goes. I'm going to explain it first, and then I'm going to walk through and show you how to do the form so that you're not doing it wrong, because if your form is messed up, you can hurt yourself and stuff like that. So this is my beginner's winter workout. And you're gonna need an interval timer if that's what you like. Like I said, you don't have to. You can always watch the clock. I know that's a little bit tougher though. And you will need a jump rope. So there you go. So the first 5 minutes, or the first 5 workouts. So the first minute you're gonna do jumping jacks. The second minute, you're going to do chair squats, and I'll show you how to do chair squats. The third minute, you're going to do a deadlift. The fourth minute, you're going to do jump rope. And then the fifth minute, you're going to do push-ups on your knees. And then you're going to rest for 1 minute. And then for the following 5 minutes, you're going to do jumping jacks, sumo squats, bicycles. You don't need a bicycle, by the way, to do bicycles. Plank row, and then a side plank. So I'll be showing you guys each of those, and then you're going to take a rest. So you can repeat this sequence to be, it can be a 12-minute workout, it could be a 24-minute workout, or it could be a 30-minute workout. It's up to you. Basically, however much time you have, don't give yourself an excuse. If you only have 12 minutes, do 1 round of this workout and just move your body. That's what's important. If you have 24 minutes, do 2 rounds of the workout. And if you have 30 minutes, do 2 rounds with 1 half round, which would make 30 minutes. So, all right, so here goes. So I'm going to show you the jumping jacks. Pretty simple. I'm going to get up here. Basically, just going to put your hands in the air and spread your legs. Jumping jacks like this for 1 minute. And then chair squats. So you're going to need a chair for chair squats. The reason I'm showing you guys chair squats is because it's a really good way to start squatting with good form. So go ahead, can you see my chair here? Here. I'll move this down. So here's my chair. And basically, I'm going to stand right next to it, and I'm going to come down as if I'm going to sit. So the weight, all of my weight's going to be in my heel. And it's okay if I fall, because if I fall, I just sit down. But basically, you're going to start standing. You're going to put your arms out in front of you if you want. And then you're just going to push your butt back like you're trying to touch something with your butt. You're reaching. So your toes are going to kind of be free here. All the weight's going to be in your heels. So just go ahead and come all the way down. Just sit lightly and come right back up. So a real rep is going to look like this. Got it? So my chair's a little squeaky. You'll have to forgive my chair. Now deadlift. So after you do 1 minute of jumping jacks, 1 minute of chair squats, you're going to do 1 minute of deadlifts. Deadlifts are pretty simple. It's basically just coming down and touching your toes. We're not using weights for this, so it should be pretty simple. Basically, let's see. Try to come up a little bit. Make sure that's... So you're going to keep your feet hip width apart. You're going to stand straight, back straight, and you're going to take your hands while keeping your back straight and bend at the hips and slowly come all the way down and then touch your toes if you can. If you can't, just go as far as you can go. But if you can touch your toes, and then slowly come all the way back up with a flat back. So you don't want to be doing this. You don't want to have your back rounded or your knees bent too much. You can bend your knees just very slightly, but you don't want to be like this. So the point is, keep your legs as straight as possible, back as straight as possible, bend at the hips, come down, and just let yourself come as far as you can, touch your toes if you can, back straight, and come back up. So a regular rep would look like this. Okay. Next, we've got jump rope, which is pretty simple. I don't think I need to show you anything from jump roping. Jump roping you can do as fast as you want or as slow as you want. You know, you can just jump with both feet in the air, or you can do an alternating foot. It's really up to you. There's, you know, flexibility there. And then the last workout, or the last exercise for the first round, is our push-ups on your knees. So let me go ahead and try to show you. Pretty simple. Come to your knees, bring your hands out about shoulder width apart, and then just slowly push down. And try not to hike your butt up in the air. So you're not doing this, but you've got your hips low, and then you push down, come back up. Push down, come back up. And you can cross your legs. Here you can't really see my legs, but you can cross your legs, just don't keep them on the floor like this. So cross them, you can bring them up like this if you want, you can keep them lower. You'll see that the intensity of the push-up kind of changes a little bit where you put your legs. So, you know, if you're having trouble with the push-up, just keep your legs wherever it's comfortable. You don't want them completely dead on the floor though. So try to keep your legs up, and you can cross your feet, of course. So then you'll take a 1 minute rest, and then the second part of the workout. So that was the first 5 exercises. Now for the next 5 exercises, you're gonna start with a 1 minute jumping jacks, which I showed you. And then a 1 minute, sorry, this is exercise number 2, but a 1 minute sumo squat. And a sumo squat is a lot easier, well, you know, depending on who you ask, but generally it's a lot easier than a regular squat because the position that you put yourself in already sets you up to do the squat right. But still, with these sumo squats, I would suggest getting a chair and doing it over a chair the first time you do it, just so that your form is perfect. So let me show you. So I'm going to show you with the chair first, and then I'll show you without the chair. So you're going to put the chair here. You're going to do the same thing you did for the squat. You're going to bring yourself close to the chair. This time you're going to spread your legs. I'm going to pull this down for a second. You're going to, here, let me get closer. You're going to spread your legs wider than your hips. And your toes should be pointing out. They shouldn't be pointing in, out. And then you're going to push your butt back again. Keep your hands out in front of you and keep the weight in your heels. And then you're just going to come all the way down and then push back up. All the way down, push back up. When you push back up, try to squeeze your butt. So squeeze your butt, kind of push yourself forward a little bit. So you're going to come down, squat, push up. Okay? So just so you can see my body a little bit better. So you saw how my feet were. Basically, come down, up. Now without the chair, you can go a little bit deeper. But when you don't have the chair, make sure that your weight is pushing back, that you're not coming forward. Instead, you're pushing back. See how much further back my hips can come when I've got my weight in the heels? So that's a sumo squat. Spread your legs, come down, up, down, up. So it's going to look like this when you're actually doing it. You want to do it a little bit faster. All right, so bicycles. So after you do jumping jacks, then your sumo squats, then you're going to do 1 minute of a bicycle. And a bicycle is an ab workout. So let's see where you can see me. So you're going to come all the way down to the ground. And the purpose of this workout is to work both your upper abs and your lower abs. So I'm going to show you how to do it right the first time. And then I'm going to show you some errors that some people might get into. You're going to bring your hands behind your head. You're going to lift both knees up. And then you're going to lower one knee down while bringing your elbow to the opposite knee. And then just alternate. So alternate. Now one mistake people tend to make with this exercise is they don't bring their shoulders off of the ground. So in this example, I can keep my shoulders down here, and I'm bringing my leg a little closer to me than I should be. Instead of trying to bring my leg closer to touch my elbow, I should be instead lifting my shoulders up and then trying to reach my elbow to my knee. So basically, you want to reach more with your elbow than you do with your knee. Your knee can come up pretty far. That's not a problem, but try to bring your torso almost up to your knee. So you would come up and up, not like this. Okay? Another thing, try to bring your lowering leg closest to the ground as possible without compromising your lower back. So you don't want your lower back to lift up off of the ground to the point where it's uncomfortable and it hurts. You want to bring your leg as low as it's comfortable but still challenging. So that is a bicycle. Pretty simple. Let's see. And then we've got a plank row and a side plank. So those are the last two exercises. Excuse me. Okay, so a plank row, you can use weights for this, but for a beginner, I wouldn't use weights. So it's another kind of a floor exercise. You're going to basically come down on the ground like this, feet spread wide apart. Okay, so you don't want your feet in like this. You want them spread wide apart. Keep your hands just under your shoulders, and then you're going to lift one hand up, twist, almost like you have a weight in your hands, and then do the opposite side. So twist a little, come down, twist, come down. Now the one thing here you don't want to do, you don't want to shift your hips so much. Okay, you don't want to be doing this. So when you're coming up, you don't want to do that. Okay, you want to keep your hips steady and low. Bring your hand up, back down, up, back down. You're going to really feel it in your abs right here. Right here a little bit, but more in your obliques. So that's a plank row. Hope you guys could catch that. In fact, let me do it. Let me show you guys like this. So feet wide apart, down, row, row. Okay? All right, and then the side plank. This one is pretty simple. This one is going to be a little bit tough on the minutes because you want to do side plank on one side of your body for 30 seconds and then switch sides for the last 30 seconds. So you're going to want to watch your ticker, whatever you've got. If you've got the Gymboss or if you're just looking at a clock, you're going to want to make sure that you know when 30 seconds has gone by so you can switch sides. So a side plank is pretty simple. Just come down onto the ground. You're going to place your elbow just under your shoulder. So you've got a straight line here. You don't want to be like this or like this. You really want it just right under your shoulder. That's going to be important so that it doesn't hurt. This is a modified side plank, so you're going to keep this leg bent, knee on the ground, and then this leg extended where your toe is touching the ground. Place your other hand on your hip, and then just lift your hip up. So you're really pushing up with your hips here. You're just going to hold it here for 30 seconds, and then you're going to switch sides. So you're going to do it on the other side. Now, if you want to make this a little bit more challenging, of course, you can always bring that other foot in and just keep your hips pushing up and hold that for 30 seconds. Okay? So, after round 2, you take a 1-minute rest, and then you can repeat that sequence, those 2 sets of exercises, like I said, as many times as you really want. And so that's my winter workout for you guys. I hope you guys liked it. Those are some examples of exercises that I'm sweating. I just broke a sweat. Those are some examples of exercises that the Nike Training Club app has, except in the Nike Training Club app, it's actually guiding you through the time. So it'll say 1-minute squats, and then as it gets closer to the end, it'll say 30 seconds. And then at the very end, it'll say 10 more seconds. So you know it's cueing you. You know that you only have 10 more seconds. You have to push hard. So that's just a little benefit of why I really like the Nike Training Club app. But try this workout out. I wrote it down. See? Beginner's winter workout. But I'll write it down, like I said, on my blog, so you guys can check it out. And Marcy, I hope that answers your question. You know, basically, workouts to do in the wintertime at home just involve body weight. And of course, you can always add weights. And you can add weights slowly. It doesn't have to be, you don't have to put on a ton of weight as you know, get stronger. For instance, I have these little 3-pound dumbbells, and then I have 5-pound dumbbells, and then 8-pound dumbbells. So that's what I use. But anyways, guys, this video is really long. It's already 23 minutes. So I'm gonna check out, and if you guys have any questions, of course, just ask me on my blog under Ask at Yoga Eat Run. So see you guys later. Have a great Saturday. Bye.